Three, two, one. Testing, testing. Yes, it does seem to be working. And oh, okay. There we go. We're live, almost. Uh, Speak to me. Are you? Oh wait, hold on. My my other side is not muted. Okay, you can go now. Okay, calm down. Okay, okay. Say it. Say hello.
Hello.
There we go. It's working. It is capturing your horrible voice. Uh,
You mean angelic, right?
no, no, no. I mean the define angelic, like the
Like those
biblical,
monsters. Yeah, biblical kind of
the biblical
angelic.
ones, the
Yeah,
realistic ones.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Anyway, welcome everyone to a new stream. Today is Saturday. I think it's Saturday, right?
Yep.
I am not wrong. I am in Saturday. Hooray. Anyway, it's a new stream. And I have my friend here, which I assume he still wants me to call him by L. Is that right?
Sure.
Sure, you're L. You're Mr. L. And today, I will be doing something very special. There will be no gameplay today. No, no, no playing games. I'm giving my PC a break so it doesn't burn. Um, that is it, so it doesn't burn. Yeah, very simple. And instead, I have a list of images and names of Fate Grand Order servants, and I'm going to be showing to my friend here, who is not a Fate Grand Order player. Right? You
Or
don't
watch it.
you don't play it, right?
Or watch it.
You don't watch it either. Well,
Yeah.
okay. We'll get to that. And yeah, that's basically going to be it. I will be showing him images, and it will be him guessing. Now, you're not as far. How would you say? How are you describe yourself in terms of knowledge of myth and history?
Reasonable, understandable of both.
Both, but mostly European, right?
Yeah, mostly European.
Uh, you're like, what about outside of Europe?
Maybe some Aztec and
Oh,
Mayan, but other than that, none.
I could have added uh, a servant to the list then, if I had known that. Okay, I thought you only knew European, and the rest was a bit um, lackluster. I mean, you in the our myth Age of Mythology, you did talk about Egyptian myth, which I was
Yeah.
surprised because you were talking about stuff I didn't know. Because I'm pretty much a zero at Egyptian myth. I don't really I don't really care about it, but um, this is mostly just going to be European, maybe some American, not maybe some American, and maybe like a teeny tiny bit of Asian, because I am forced to use Asian because Fate Grand Order has a lot of Asian servants, and if I don't use them, it's not the same Fate Grand Order. Morning, Kage no Mikoto, right? Kage no Mikoto, morning, right? It is morning right now in America, right? 6 hours different. Jesus, it's 10 in the morning now. What do you think about that? It's 10 in the
Uh,
morning in America right now.
yeah.
It's like
They
Jesus.
Yeah, we are almost done with the day, and it's like, yay, we are morning,
I'm
and
not
you're like,
almost
yeah,
done. It's like 4 p.m.
it's
Like
almost done.
it's
Like,
it's like it's afternoon. Like calm down. Anyway, um, so okay, so we got that out of the way. What about your knowledge in Fate? Have you ever watched any Fate?
uh, no, but I remember watching you watch it, so maybe like three characters, and that's it. Their
Yeah.
names elude me.
Okay, okay. But you watch anime,
Yeah,
so there might be some characters that might show up and might ring you a bell because you've seen them in like memes or something on the internet.
okay,
like because you do like you are at least someone who watches anime.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm at least confident that there's one character in the list that you're gonna be like, wait, I've seen this character somewhere. Um, okay, so you're basically a scrub when it comes to Fate.
yes.
Good, because that is going to be important for this. But do you know like the basic premise of Fate?
I think it's
Okay,
Royal Rumble.
I'll explain it. So the basic, actually, let's first get this going. Is it like this? Okay, here we have my beautiful PowerPoint, and I'm gonna just do this and hope it works. I have to wait because unfortunately this uh, opens my entire. Wait, I can't do it. Wait, hold on. I am I am screwing this up already. Hold on. I am. I need to do this first. I need to decrease the size because we're too big and we cover the image of the characters. Put the grab the coffee, man. There, dude, just grab the coffee. There we go. Anyway, oh, is it not? Did it not show? Wait, did it not go full screen with presentation?
Yep, didn't go full screen.
It didn't go full screen. It doesn't do that?
Nope,
Why?
I don't know.
Wait,
You are
hold
the
on.
expert.
Do I need. I'm not an expert, man. Oh, it's a second window. I didn't know that. Oh, that's why it's not capturing it. Hold on, hold on. I can fix this. Very easy. Yeah. Oh, no. Right? Hold on. Hold on. It should work now. Have to wait a second because there's a delay in the stream. But it should be working here, okay? It's, the screen changed.
Yeah, it changed to your.
Anyway,
Wait, it's got
this
it
is.
close. It's a stream. The stream.
Wait, is it not working?
Let's wait a little bit. I
Is
don't
it
know if.
is it really not capturing? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not capturing full screen. Why? Hold
I don't
on.
know.
Uh, that is saddening. So I can't use it for some reason. Okay, maybe this streaming software just doesn't is not compatible. That's fine. That's fine. I can work around that. Give me a moment. So I need to do this, and we'll just do this. No, that is not what I want to do. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Beautiful. Need to make this. There we go. It's gonna be like this. A complete mess, but it is what I have. There we go. There we go. It will have to be like this. So this means that I will have to manually do the animations, which is sad. Okay.
I like it.
So, moving on with this because I was trying to explain. So the premise of the Fate franchise is very simple. There is a concept called the Holy Grail War, and basically there are 7 mages who are all fighting for that Grail, and they summon spirits called servants to fight for them, and whoever is the last survivor, they win the Grail. That's the basic premise. And these servants are people from history and mythology of the past, present, and future. Okay?
One question: how can I sense or see something in the future?
Um, it is very complex, but for the premise of this one, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It does. There's a lot. Fate is very convoluted, and I could spend an entire day explaining how future servants work, but I'm not really going to do that because there's no point. Because how are you going to guess future fictional characters? Right? That makes no sense. This is entire. The ones here are entirely um, history or myth. So
Okay.
there is not going to be future, but it can happen. Um, However, a point of note: um, although the original concept did not have gods, currently it is possible the gods and goddesses can be summoned to a degree. Okay,
Okay.
so you can technically have um, what is it? What's her name? Artemis as a
Mm.
servant. You know who Artemis is?
Yeah, goddess of the hunt.
There you go. And also from other mythology. So you can have them. There's more nuances to them, and I will go to them if we reach them. When we reach them, but that's also a point that gods and goddesses can also be included.
Okay.
Finally, this is the last one. You can, well, not the last one. You can also have concepts if the concepts are well, like famous enough. And
Sorry, you have to elaborate on that.
we will get there.
Okay.
I can't explain until I get there
Okay.
because there's not that many, but there are a few, and so it's really difficult to explain because they're very specific to the story in which they are characters in. Because Fate is a franchise, right? Think of it like Marvel and DC.
Okay.
And so there's like 20, 30 different stories. And depending on the story, you will have servants who are kind of exceptions to the rule. Because,
Okay.
the authors that were writing it wanted to be unique.
Okay.
Something like that. So there will be so concepts technically can be, there are a few. Maybe that is me being spoiler, uh, but whatever, it will be fun. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think that is all I need to tell you, and we can move on. Oh, well, we'll get there. Here are the rules you got. Okay, you're gonna get some lifelines here. So this is kind of like a game. So the first lifeline, you get one chance to ask for the character's geography. Okay,
Okay.
I'll bet you, if you don't know, if you can't guess, you just go, okay, I want to know where this person is from, and I'll tell you, England, Roman Empire, India, whatever it is. Okay,
Mhm.
and it's only once. Once you use it, you can't use it again for another character.
Okay.
You can ask for the character's backstory.
Okay.
So in this case, I won't tell you like an hour story, but I will tell you like what they are famous for. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So, for example, what is a famous one? King Arthur, right? King Arthur. If you ask for the backstory, I'll say something along the lines: a very famous king of Britain, famous for having a wizard and having a table with knights, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Um, you can then ask for the character's noble phantom. Now, what is a noble phantom? Noble phantom is specific to the Fate universe. However, very simply put, it is their special weapon. So, going again to King Arthur, If you ask for King Arthur's Noble Phantom, I will say Excalibur.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, some of them, as it should be obvious, some of them, like if I say like the geography, you'll be like, oh, of course I know who this is. And if I say the background, oh, I know who this is. And if I say the Noble Phantom, you'll know who they are. But
Mm-hmm.
others, if I say it, you will still not know who they are.
Okay.
Like that is very common. You can also ask for their era. So I can, if you ask for their era, I'll say like medieval era, the classical era, Roman Empire era, the Chinese era, the what is it? The era, the Discovery era. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, and you can also ask for their class. This is specific to Fate. Every single servant has a class, and the class is, think of it like D&D, like the class system.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very similar. You have the saber, which are people who are servants who use swords. You have the lancers, which are servants who use spears. You have the archers, which are the archers. You have the casters, who are basically the wizards. And some of you have the riders, which are basically those who use mounts. And basically, some of them, knowing the class can tell you a lot about who they are, right? For example, there are very famous archers in history, and just knowing that they're an archer immediately cuts a lot of possibilities. At the
Okay.
same time, sometimes fate likes to throw an oddball, and they might put someone in a weird class that you wouldn't really think makes sense, but for the purpose of the story makes sense. So
Okay.
as I said before, some of them, if you ask the correct one, you'll know immediately who they are. But if you ask the incorrect one, you'll still be blind.
Okay.
Finally, you get three chances to ask if the character is a gender bender. Do you know what a gender bender is?
I know, but I want you to explain it.
Gender bender characters are basically characters who are originally, like in our mythology and in our history, are of a specific gender, and but in Fate they have been switched. They had their gender switched for several reasons, most of which is fan service.
Okay.
Okay, you get three
Okay.
chances to ask that.
Okay.
I didn't put that many in, but it will be fun because I did try to make the the answers tricky. Finally, how is this going to work? So I'm going to show you an image, and there are going to be, on the side of that image, there are going to be four names.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is correct, all and the other three are incorrect. And you kind of have to
Okay.
figure out which one is the correct one based on the image. If you don't know a name, you can ask me who they are, and I will very briefly explain you who they are. And it will be very
Okay.
brief. I won't go into detail, but I'll just tell you like who are, why are they who they are. You can
Okay.
ask all the names if you that makes if that helps you too. That
Okay.
you have unlimited. If, the names you can ask whatever you want about them, unless I think you're abusing it, which you
Okay.
probably
Okay.
will because you do that.
Yeah, I
Okay,
do that.
Jesus, that was a long one. Okay, moving on. We are now finally going to start this. So let's go with the first one. Here we go. How does this look? It looks fine. Okay, so this is the first character, and have at it.
Um. Okay. Let me wait a little bit. Hmm. Okay. From the likes of her, I would say no to Boudica and Queen Victoria.
Hmm.
So I would be between Joan of Arc and Bradamant.
Hmm.
And I believe this is gonna be Joan of Arc due to the spear and not the spear, the flag bearer and the sword by her side.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah,
Do you
I
know
believe
who
it's
Bradamant is?
no. I don't have a
Okay.
clue.
Okay. I was like, man, he's talking about these names as if he knows them. I'm like surprised.
No, no, I
He's
don't
like,
know
no, he
half
doesn't
of them.
care. He just
Yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't care at all.
Did the socks with the sandals affect the choice? Not really. I just went by the weapons and the choices I had. So, if you care to elucidate why the sandals would make me any sense, I would appreciate it.
No, basically they're asking if you chose based on it being hot.
Oh no 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 no.
No, but okay. I mean, this was an easy one. Yes, you are correct. It is indeed Joan of Arc. I started with an easy one. I thought this
Yay.
would be a pretty simple one. Yes, you are correct. It is indeed Jeanne d'Arc. Does it look
Yay.
like Jeanne d'Arc, like without the options? What do you
Uh,
think of the design?
the design is a little bit too.
These are the last images of the Ascensions. They normally do not look like this in stories. These are like, think of it like Super Saiyan forms in Dragon Ball or something like that. It's like
Okay,
them
so
at their best. They
is
normally do
there
not look like this. They look a lot more conservative.
okay is her hair always blonde?
Yes, she's always blonde.
Okay, I
It's
think
only what I mean by the more conservative is that she's not showing as much skin in her normal attire.
okay makes sense. I would say that Joan of Arc
Yes,
wouldn't
they do. They
probably.
normally do not pose like gravure models. Yes, I am using
Okay.
only the final ascension art, which for some characters makes it very obvious who they are, but for others it really throws you off. Joan of Arc is one of those where it doesn't really matter because, um, well, she's a very famous one, and although she is blonde and the original one is not
Is
blonde, there's a lot of the design is still very Jeanne d'Arc. It's
yeah,
very
even the flag bearer
yeah,
and
the
the
flag bearer.
sword.
Okay, moving on then with the next one. This one I'm interested to see. Let's see how this one goes for you. Why didn't you just use Ascension 1 for everyone? Because I like the art of the last Ascensions. That's literally all the reason. That's the only reason why I used the last Ascension. I just like that last Ascensions. Plus, some of them are really curveballs. So, who is this person? Remember, you can
Uh,
ask for background, you can ask for class, you can ask for era, you can ask for noble phantom. You can also ask who the people on these the names are if you don't recognize them.
okay, I'm seeing from all the names that you put there. I believe that Merlin and Leonardo da Vinci would be it would utilize a different art.
Hmm?
For instance, Merlin was a spellcaster. I don't think they would give him a big book,
Okay, okay.
uh,
Legitimate.
and that kind of like looks like blood and very darky
Uh-huh.
kind of mood. So I think Merlin and Da Vinci are out of the question.
Okay, okay.
Agora, then to answer this, Faust.
Do you know who Faust is?
No,
Would you
and
like
that's the
to
problem.
would you like to know who Faust is?
Yes, I would.
So Faust is a very famous fictional character from a book that I don't remember the name right now, top of my tongue, but I can't remember. However, the important part is that he is very famous because he is essentially what has coined the stereotype of selling your soul for power. Faust is a philosopher or a genius who basically made a pact with the devil where he sold his soul for knowledge and power. And he's very famous because he's basically the first example in literature of a character selling, let's say, his soul or moral codes for power. So basically, he's what started the stereotype where you see like a bad guy making selling his soul for power. Let's put it that way.
Okay, then this is harder
Yes.
to decipher.
The
So,
book is called Faust. Yes. Okay. That's why it was in the tongue. The book is called Faust, and the character is called Faust.
oh, let's make it hard because it looks like the guy is giving his soul to the devil because it's very darky and bloody and the fingers don't
Speak
seem to.
louder. Speak louder. So
Oh, sorry. The art looks like it's a more demonesque kind of thing. So I think I'm gonna use one of the helps,
okay. Which one?
and I'm gonna use
Okay. So, yeah.
the geographic one.
Oh, smart one. This guy is from Britain.
Then I would say Shakespeare.
You are correct. I mean, once you asked the geography, it became
Yeah,
very simple. Yes,
because I
it is
thought,
Shakespeare.
yeah, because
Um,
if I thought of the novel thingy that they have, and you probably would say it's a book, and I would stay in the same.
I thought it would be a bit more obvious because of the quill he has in his hat, because it does give kind of an impression of someone who writes.
Yeah, but if Faust was a writer
However,
too,
uh, do you know the nationality of? Quick question: do you know the nationality of Faust? Yes, I know it is from. I mean, the
German. Yeah,
book is German, I think. I
yeah,
don't
it's
know if
German.
the in the story if the character is in German, but I assume it is. Um, Even if he asked for the nationality of Faust, I would Google at worst case. Um, anyway, um,
Yay for me.
what you think of the design?
I
I will
think
say
it's amazing.
this again. These are final ascensions. He does not look like this normally. His normal design is like green and brown. It's very theatrical, like very what you'd expect from someone in a theater. And this is one of those examples where I said like the final ascension really throws you an oddball because he looks really evil and corrupt
Yeah,
and like he's doing really bad things. Which
yeah.
technically speaking, considering his personality, is not that wrong because he really is a bastard in the story. But he's a a funny bastard, I guess that would be the word.
If you
Anyway,
was using the green and brown, probably I wouldn't need the help.
yeah.
Due to the demonic aura that he has, it was a lot harder because you was reading on a book. It was between Shakespeare and Faust.
No,
The idea of Faust was really that shown in the image.
yes, I chose the names in a way to make this tricky, so that it wouldn't be just a walk in the park.
Yeah,
So
understandable.
anyway, that so far so good. So you chose nationality, so you cannot ask nationality
Again,
again. Okay. Onwards with the next one. Also, there are in total there are 30 servants. We have gone for two of them. I mean, at this speed, it shouldn't be too bad. We are going at decent speed. Oh, here we have another one. Let's see. Yo, I love your series where you see how each can be used in a. So how about Kama Assassin and Kama Avenger and Lud Nun Kiara? What? Oh, hold on. I mean, go. You can sync. Let me just answer to this.
okay.
Um, So how about Kama's Assassin and Kama Avenger and Loot Kiara? Kama Assassin I already have a video on that one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already said that she is broken, but she is a goddess, so it makes sense that she's broken. I don't know if Kama Avenger is that different. I mean, it's just a swimsuit outfit, so I don't really consider it. As for Kiara, I mean, Kiara is a beast, so I mean, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be broken. But the question is, can you, as the master, survive Kiara? I'm not sure you can. Kama, you can after a reformation. Kiara, I'm pretty sure she just like she'll win, but she'll also kill you in the process. Um, but maybe it's worth it because I mean, you do die in a very pleasurable way, I guess. Anyway, um, have you looked at the image so far and the
Yeah, yeah. The image looks like uh, first
ah,
very bloody, very thorny, very
horny,
thorny,
uh,
like in thorns, not horny. Please
but
don't
also
go there.
but also horny, right?
Well, not my kind of stuff. But if you're into it,
I
be my
am
guest,
into
dude.
it. Step on
Be
me,
my guest.
please. Step on me.
Uh, so I want to use one of the helps. Is this carrot
Do
gender
you do you
bender?
know do you wait before that? Do you know all of them? Who all of them are?
No.
Which one do you not know who is?
Elizabeth and Sebiramis.
Really, you don't know who Elizabeth Bathory is?
I'm not seeing it.
Um, do you know the lady um that's famous for killing and a lot of virgins and bathing in their blood?
Nope.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You've never heard of that?
Nope.
That I'm surprised. Semiramis, I'm not surprised you not knowing, but I'm actually surprised you don't know Elizabeth Bathory. So Elizabeth Bathory is a noble woman. Don't remember where she is from right now, but she's a noble woman that is famous for basically killing hundreds of virgin girls, most of them commoners. Practically all of them were commoners, and she would drain their blood and just make baths out of it. You know, she would bathe herself in like these massive baths um, with fresh virgin blood, and because she was basically told she could get beautiful by doing that. You know, because it does blood does well to the skin, typical. Um, and yeah, that is who she is. I'm surprised you don't know this. Like,
Yeah.
she's relatively famous in Europe.
Yeah, but I didn't follow that
Okay,
part of history.
okay. Semiramis is a queen of, I believe, Babylon, and she is famous for, although technically now we know she didn't do it, for a very long time it was believed that she's the one who built the Hanging Gardens. Do you know the Hanging Gardens?
Yes, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
She
Yes.
is, for a very long time, it was believed that she was the one who built it.
Okay.
Now we know that she didn't, because history is constantly updating itself. But for a very long time, she was credited for that.
Okay.
And she's also famous for being the first poisoner in history. She poisoned her husband, the king, and became the queen of
Of Babylon.
of Babylon.
Okay.
So, do you still want to use the
Yes, because I believe that it helps.
okay? So you want
Uh,
to know whether or not it's gender bender?
yes.
It is not.
It is. Oh,
What?
that difficult a little bit. I was expecting you say yes, and I would go for Dracula.
No, I
Really
did
easy.
that. I put Dracula there on purpose to trick you
Okay.
because I knew you were gonna fall for it. because
Yeah,
I
because
know how
the
you function.
foots, yeah, the foots, the garb that look like wings. I was like, please tell me this is gender bender so I can end this.
Do
But
you?
no,
Okay. Well, continue on. Let's see what comments say. Huh. Would love to see a Kiara video on that. And sorry, I have only just started watching that playlist. But thanks for explaining, loving the stream though. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Um, Making a video. I kind of stopped it. I mean, I don't mind doing it, and I might return to do it just to finish it, just to be like, you know what, since I started it, I might as well finish it. However, right now it's not really a priority. Those type of videos take a longer time to do. Um, but I might occasionally do one or two and until eventually I do finish it. Um, Anyway, so are you still sinking?
yeah, this one
You can
is
ask. You
hard, but
can ask for more helps.
I
Do
know, but I don't want. I want to save it because I know you have
do you
something really
do you have
hard.
any more questions regarding the names in the? You know it's not Dracula because it's not
Yeah,
a gender bender.
no, no, no. Yeah,
Is do you know who Carmilla is?
yes. At
Okay.
least I believe I do.
Oh, who is she?
If she's the thing I think it is, it was the origin of Dracula histories. She's from the southeast Europe, and she was like a queen or something like that.
No.
No?
Carmilla is a fictional character from.
Oh, it's the Castlevania one.
Yes.
Oh, I remember now. Mm,
She's
then it,
basically female Dracula.
yeah. So I'm gonna go with Carmilla then.
You are correct. It is Carmilla.
I
Just
thought it was a queen from the southeast Europe
no, no.
due to the
Carmilla is, although Dracula is normally said to be like the first vampire in like literature, Carmilla is actually the first one. She came way before Dracula, and her story is basically a sadomasochistic lesbian story of a vampire basically doing stuff with girls. I think.
okay.
I'm almost certain that is the story. I could be wrong on the details. Please don't crucify me over it. But I think that is the story. Bafri is
Chat.
Hungarian. Yes, yes, it is Hungarian. Didn't know if I should have said it earlier, but not accidental. It's fine. It wasn't Elizabeth Bafri. I actually don't know which one was first, Elizabeth Bafri or Carmilla. Um, Both tend to be in fiction. Both tend to be not confused, but like mixed because both have very similar, the whole blood
Bloods.
thing and dealing with young virgin ladies. Oh, this one. Oh, I hope YouTube doesn't strike me for this one. The image is normal. Please do not crucify me for it. I am only using every single ascension, the last ascension. Please do not loot the girl. This one should be fun.
And I think I can almost very easily, almost easily discard two,
Mm-hmm. Which ones?
that Atalanta and Billy the Kid.
Okay.
So I'm between Anastasia and Jack the Ripper.
Do you know who Anastasia is?
Yeah, it's a Russian kind of gimmick princess, isn't it?
It's the last Russian princess.
Yeah, I remember it was a Russian something. What exactly I don't re- really recall because well, there are a lot of names.
Don't spoil him. Do not read chat. Do you hear me? Do not read chat. You are forbidden from reading chat
Why?
because
Is Hidden Gem helping me?
but they can't help you. That's not how it works. You have to be fair.
And we are fair. We are
Eh,
against you. Two enemies against an enemy. Make friends.
no, stop. You only do with the information you have of the
Yeah. Okay.
stream.
Okay.
No chat helping.
Okay.
Do
So
uh,
another help I want to use is it gender bender?
uh, uh, I can't say. I don't know.
What the heck?
That should
That
also be a clue as to who this character
yeah.
is.
I'm gonna then go for Jack the Ripper
You are correct.
because if you said yes, it's a gender bender, Anastasia wouldn't be
You are
because
correct. It is Jan the Ripper. Um, Although technically there are a lot of evidence over time that has kind of pointed out that actually I don't know. There's a lot. Jack the Ripper is someone you is not known. Even today, it's not known. There's a lot of evidence that points out that it probably was a man, but there's also a lot of evidence that points out that it might have been a woman. Um, so it's like at the time it was just difficult to get evidence. It doesn't really have to. I don't think it has much to do with Jack the Ripper's ability to escape, and more to do with at the time, like police and whatnot were just not. They didn't have the resources to find people. Um, so it was a lot of. There were a lot of cases of just unknown murderers. Um, so yes, this is Jack the Ripper. What do you think about the design?
I
Th-
think it's a little too much for an assassin. So
this design was even today is a bit controversial, mostly because of one detail. You can't actually tell because of her pose, but she is wearing thongs.
really,
Yes, you can't tell because of the pose, but she's wearing thongs, and that has been very like controversial with this design with this character. It's like most people actually like I'd say the vast majority of Fate fans like the design. They just hate the thongs because
I understand why.
it's in a kid. Uh,
Yeah,
as for actually design, it's actually very interesting in her being a kid. It's actually one of my favorites. So basically, what they went through. So Fate is a world of magic and concepts, and this is one of those like conceptual servants
yeah,
because there's actually several Jack the Ripper's servants, very several different ones. Because Jack the Ripper is unknown, right? So
yeah.
there's not really one Jack the Ripper, and there's several Jack the Rippers. And this particular Jack the Ripper uh, is the combination of every single, um, let's say, dead fetus child that happened during that time due to the number of prostitution.
Yeah, I think that also it's a controversial design, but it might have been not so untrue that the kids could be the Jack the Ripper. It was a time in history that there were a lot of
Yeah, it could have just been like not a single person, but like several kids who were like
yeah,
just stealing, and they just stabbed a prostitute and took her money, and that was it. Like
yeah,
there's not.
it could
But I mean,
perfectly be that.
that was probably not the case because Jack the Ripper is very famous for the whole dissecting the women and taking apart several parts of their internal
Yeah,
organs. So Jack the Ripper in specific, we know it's a singular person because the way he did it was very specific. It wasn't just a random murder and run. It was like take it to a room and dissect her slowly and steadily. But yeah, like this is Jack the Ripper. Um, I wasn't surprised that you got it. I was surprised you asked for some clues, but it was only the gender bender, and that one I guess is a free one. Moving on with the next one. Um, this one should be. I actually don't know how much you know of this, but we will see. Um, what we have here. It's mostly a man-dominated view of history that presumes Jack was a man. That is true. Jack was presumed to be a man for a very long time because men at the time, and even today, don't really see a woman being capable of doing that. Even though we do know that there's a lot of uh, women serial killers in history. Anyway, moving on. Here we have this pretty boy. Um,
Oh, you don't want to see what I saw when you first showed the image.
what did you see?
I see him more than Ardon due to the vestments that he has.
Come on,
And
man.
what the fuck is it? What the hell is this? Why is it? And no, it's just a visual.
Oh god, wait. Did my stream go
Now you
down?
can't unseen it.
Okay. For some reason, my chat went down for a bit. Anyway, uh, yeah, now I can't unsee it. Fuck
Yeah.
off. And now I have to look on the other side. So, do you know the names on the side?
uh, I remember Odysseus, Robin, and Paris. Paris, I believe, is French, right?
Mm, this is not the city Paris, okay? Paris is I don't know if he's a prince, but he's from Trojan. He's the guy who
Oh,
killed the guy who kills Achilles with the arrow.
it's yeah, it's
He's the guy
the
that shoots,
son of
but
the
he
son of
but he's
the
he's famous
younger
for
brother.
shooting Achilles'
Yeah,
heel.
Achilles. Yeah, when he was fighting not Agamemnon, the
Uh,
other one. The,
I don't remember. Um,
yeah, but it's I know they are two brothers. Paris was the younger one.
but I love how you were like Paris. Oh, that's French, right?
Yeah.
It's like
You said concepts, okay? I don't play this game. You said a concept. Paris is a concept, a beautiful city. So there you go.
debatable. The beautiful
Yeah,
part, I define it debatable.
yeah,
Maybe at one point in history.
yeah. In the
Anyway, what
Renaissance,
about Tristan? Do you know who Tristan is?
it sounds Greek or something like that.
Okay, so you're done. Tristan is a knight of the Round Table, and he's mostly famous for being a very good knight that was given. He is famous for being a tragic love story. Basically, he's given a love potion and falls in love with the wife or fiance of his uncle, something
Oh,
along those
okay.
lines. And it's a tragic love story. But
Like
but
most of
he's
them.
a knight of the Round Table.
That's what I think about. Paris was the brother of Hector, the son
Yes,
of the king of
Paris was
Priam the
the
Troy.
brother
Yeah,
of Hector.
it was that name that I was not remembered Hector. Okay, so if he's a knight, he's not using those vestments, I guess. Odysseus would be a lot more muscly built. So between Paris and Robin Hood,
Hmm.
and since it's a lot of greenery, a lot of green in the image, I'm gonna think it's Robin Wood.
Robin Wood.
Yep.
You're really thinking about that wood, huh?
Yeah, yeah. The image can be unseen. It's a cursed image, and I don't know how
It
you can play this game with
it's
that kind of image.
oh man, you have no idea about how many bulges there are in this game. L-
And I don't wanna.
Luckily for you, I didn't post a single one, but I could have just to mentally traumatize you, and maybe when I do a second stream, I will. Anyway,
Okay,
uh,
in that
you,
kind of stream, I want more help since it's gonna be a
anyway,
lot of
anyway,
pain.
yes, you are correct. It is Robin Hood. It's not wood.
Wood.
It's
It's
hood.
wood. It's wood.
No,
You perfectly see the image. I don't know
stop
what they're
it.
talking about.
Moving on, moving on. I don't want to see this anymore. Oh, okay. Uh, going on. I'm not gonna ask about the design of Robin Hood. I think it's a very simple design. Not that it's a wrong design. I just think it's a very straightforward design. Um,
Yeah.
his normal design is even more obvious because he has the actual hood over his head.
Oh, okay. So you
But
use this one.
yeah, I'm using all the final ascensions, which in some cases makes things obvious, and in other ones makes it not so obvious. Now this one I want to hear. Come on, tell me this one.
I'm gonna go with, if I had to blind pick,
Huh.
I would blind pick Nero Claudius due to the Colosseum behind him, the lions, and his posture as a royal due to the garments he has on. So Nero Claudius would be my guess.
What the hell,
Even though
man?
it's
How?
a girl, because
How?
the image shows too much. If it wasn't for the lions, which is one of the few points where Nero throws a lot of people to the lions, the image shows too much. If it was only her, I would be in trouble. With the lion there, it's too easy, and the Colosseum behind it.
I even put Heracles there. He's famous for killing the Nemean lion.
Yeah, but that's not an Nemean lion.
How do
Sorry,
you
but
know? It's a it's a lion.
yeah,
Have you ever
and
seen a Nemean lion? How do you know that's not one?
because I guess the Nemean lion would not look so friendly when near a person, would be more ferocious
How
and
do you know
more.
that's not just the head of the Nemean lion and it's just dead? You don't know
Be-
that. You can't see that. I feel betrayed. I was hoping this would be a tricky one.
I think the Carmilla one was a lot harder than this one.
Colosseum wasn't even built till after Nero's
True,
death.
but it's a very,
Not exactly. So the
yeah, the,
Colosseum we know of,
yeah,
yes,
wasn't,
but
but that kind of
the
Colosseum where they
Nero
have.
is famous for having built the, I don't remember now the name, but he built like a very big. I don't know if it's a Colosseum, but basically kind of like a
Yeah,
theater
entertainment
slash
yeah,
Colosseum.
Colosseum.
It's just that Nero was so hated that once he died, they basically tore it apart.
Yeah,
So, but although the Colosseum that we know didn't exist during Nero, Nero did have a Colosseum-ish type building
yeah,
that
and
was
he was
very
much.
big, actually.
Yeah, and
I
he was
mean,
much
Nero was
into.
very flagrant. He made everything very like big and pompous. Um, Also, um, what do you think of the design? That one I want to. That one I want to know. I love this character. The character in Fate is amazing, adorable. I love her. Not so much the real counterpart, but the
Yeah.
fictional one. I love it. I love her.
Since I don't know the fictional one, I'm gonna say that she looks like she prefers to have the lions near her, and as a support kind of weapon. If I can guess, they
Why
can
are
use
you
lions as a
only
weapon.
talking about gameplay?
I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm talking about the image in itself.
Oh, okay.
She looks happy to be near the lion. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, like her personality in the
Yeah.
game is basically imagine an arrogant person, but like
Mhm.
in a positive light. Like she'll get to you, she'll be talking with you and say, "Of course you love me," in like while laughing and just pure honesty and sincerity. That's her type of personality. It's like you might like be looking at her funny, and she's be like, "Of course you love me. Everyone loves me." It's like
A
that.
little
That's her type,
egos.
her personality. It's like arrogant, but like not the the negative, like putting people down. Arrogant. It's more like putting herself in like the pedestal of like greatness. It's like, of course I'm a genius. I can do anything. That's
Okay.
her type of personality.
Okay.
Um,
So she's the kind to be adored by the fans due to that.
Yes, she loves being the center of attention.
Yeah,
She loves being adored. She loves just getting head pats and whatnot, just getting attention and affection. She's like super adorable. I love her. Um, and yeah, that okay. That there you go. My rant. I love her. My waifu. Anyway, moving on. I'm actually surprised you're not shocked about her being a female.
it was from all the names there. It didn't seem to be Cleopatra due to the garb, as was of Achilles. It was a real royal kind of garb. So I went from king to emperor to royalty or of some sort, and Nero was the one that really talked to me in that image.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's move on to the next one. Uh, this one should be easy. I think this one will also be easy for you, but we'll see. Do you know who Agrippa is? I assume he doesn't know, but he didn't care.
Yeah, well, a lot was my thought was yeah I don't give
Agrippa
it.
was Nero's mother,
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe that I would be a little bad if
and
I did.
she's famous
uh,
for being the most powerful woman in Roman history.
Yeah, if I did it, if I went to gender, probably I should have used my gender bender. Uh,
I was hoping you would use, but oh well.
yeah.
Moving on then. This one should be easy for you. I assume this will be easy for you. Maybe not. Who knows?
Uh, okay. In those kinds of ways, I'm thinking about two
Mm-hmm.
because one stole a lot of ideas from the other one, so I'm not sure which one of them is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm between Tesla and Edison.
Okay.
Uh, Now, I don't think any of them had blue hair, so
This is anime,
that's
so like
yeah,
the
yeah,
the
yeah, I
hair
know. So
doesn't matter, man.
yeah,
You're not gonna
so
get blue hair from here.
and I don't think if I ask class, I believe they both would be the same class. If I thought about the novel arc, maybe they would be the same. They are from the same era. Uh, So I don't think if the backstory would help here, or if you just tell me, yeah, they created some stuff.
If it helps,
Hmm.
Nikola Tesla is famous for his being
Wireless
for no yes wireless electricity and all that,
electricity.
but being ahead of his time in terms of electrical innovations.
Yeah,
Thomas Edison is not famous for creating anything. He's famous for um, streamlining it to the public.
yeah.
So Nikola Tesla is an inventor, whereas Nicholas Thomas Edison is a capitalist.
Okay. If that's the choice I'll have, and then I'll guess I'll go for Nikola Tesla.
Is that your final
Since
answer?
yeah, since you say that Thomas is the capitalism, I think it should be depicted differently than with a robo arm and leg and all that
You are
futuristic.
correct.
Hey,
Um, yes, this is Nikola Tesla. The design is fine. It's very, how would I say, it's very steampunk-ish.
yeah,
I would say, but it's a fine design. I don't particularly have anything to say um, about it. Thomas Edison's design will be funny. Um, we'll get there. So moving on, I don't really have much comment to say. Do you have any comment to say about Nikola Tesla's design?
I think it's a little futuristic. I thought they could be do a little better on the garment side of the robo part. They could
Hmm.
join it more like
One thing that I really like about Fate, in terms of like um, the way that this story functions, is that Fate gives a lot of priority not priority, but like in Fate, if you're the first person to do X, you basically become akin to like a god in Fate. So, for example, in the case of Nikola Tesla, he's the first man to basically control electricity. And so he's based in story wise, he's put on the same level as like Zeus and other lightning based gods because he's basically the man, he's basically called the man who brought electricity to man.
Okay, it's like I understand it.
It's what's the guy in Greek that brings the fire to man?
Hephaestus.
Exactly. It's basically akin to that. It's like this. They become like immortalized, and so there are names here that, historically speaking, they're not like that particular, but because they're the first person to ever do X, they're like super powerful and like godlike.
Okay.
Um, and I really like that about the fate. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Oh, this will be funny. I want to see you like scratching your head about this one. What is this? Prometheus. Prometheus was the god, right? Yeah,
God of Fire, yeah.
the god of fire. Yeah, was he? Was it Prometheus? I don't think it
I
was
th-
a god that brought the fire, but it might have been.
it was a
It might have
god.
been. I mean, it might have been. It might have been.
No, yeah, right. Prometheus because Hephaestus was the forge one,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Festus was
Prometheus, yeah,
the guy of the forge. Um, he made Pandora. Prometheus was the fire guy. Okay, yeah, makes
yeah.
sense. Anyway, here you go.
Thank you, chat,
Uh,
for correcting my mistake.
Don't say chat. And I told you not to read chat. Why are you reading chat?
Because you said Prometheus, and I had to see what that you are talking about. I
Okay,
don't.
okay.
I'm not a mind mage.
Anyway, have fun with the image in front of you.
That's not hard, I believe. I believe it's Alice in Wonderland due to the rabbit, the clock, the the heart card, the potions. I'm not seeing the cat. What is the? Uh, yeah, I'll go with Alice in Wonderland, even though I don't see the cat.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Um, okay, let me do this. And no, you are incorrect.
Really?
Yes, you are. It is not Alice in Wonderland. Do you know the names that are in the side?
Yeah, Red Riding Nursery Rhyme I don't. Red Riding Hood I know, and Little Match Girl is the one with that she sell matches to something and something, and then she's known for seeing her grandma before dying or something like that. I don't
Yes,
really.
that is Little Match Girl. So you don't know what nursery rhyme is.
Yeah.
So this is nursery rhyme. This character is called nursery rhyme, and nursery rhyme is one of those conceptual servants that I talked about. So you don't know what nursery rhyme is.
Oh, it's like those small stories that they tell children.
Yes. She is an amalgamation of several children's stories, including Alice in Wonderland.
I have a word for you. That's such a deep concept. What the hell?
I was hoping you would make more questions. I didn't think you would just throw yourself into the Alice in the Wonderland. I mean,
It has.
I put it there as a bait, so I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
take it. But I was like, come on, man! I'm even asking you if that's your final answer, and you're
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
I'm taking it. And it's like, oh well.
yeah. Because it has everything. It has the tea
So
time. It has the rabbit. It has the spades and the all
So to
that.
explain this servant, this, as I said before, conceptual servants are very specific to the stories that they're in. Nursery Rhyme is a very special case because she's an anomaly, anomaly within servants. So her origin, um, very convoluted. It has to do with supercomputers and cyberspace and whatnot. But basically, there is a, let's say, a VR Holy Grail war. Let's call it that. A Matrix Holy Grail war. You know, a Holy Grail war in the internet. Let's put it that way, in Matrix style. And because it's a computer, there's a lot of stuff that you can kind of, um, let's say, recreate in different ways, and kind of bugs and whatnot. There's a lot of anomalies that can happen because computers aren't perfect. And Nursery Rhyme is a servant that's basically, there's a character called Alice who is a mage, and she goes through a lot of trauma and has no friends except a book called Nursery Rhyme. And that, and because that is the only connection she has, when she enters the war, the Nursery Rhyme book manifests into a servant because her connection to the book was so deep that it kind of turned it into a servant. And so she's amalgamation of several children-like uh, fairy, not yeah, fairy tale stories, and she is really broken, kinda. Like, she is, if you really look at what she can do, she's borderline godlike on what she can do, because she can basically recreate those fairy tales. So, for example, one example of that, she can make a maze. The you that anyone who enters it immediately forgets their name. Immediately. You have no control over it. You just forget it. No matter what protection you use, you just forget it. Because again, it's a fairy tale. It has different rules than magic and all that. So you just forget it. And the longer you're in the maze, the more you forget about yourself until eventually you just stop existing.
Okay, that's a little broken.
And no, but here's the funnier part. The only way to counter that is to just have something physical that has your name. So if you just write your name on the back of your hand, you're safe.
Oh, because you keep remembering yourself of a name.
Yes, because it's a fairy tale. You know, it's like, it's really broken abilities, but very simple solutions. So
Okay,
so it's like,
it's
if it's one of those like counter kind of mechanics where if you know how to deal with it, it's super easy. But if you have no idea how it works, you're just screwed. She's one
yeah,
of those servants that's like, on a technical level, she's like super powerful, unless you know how she functions, and then you just have no problems.
yeah.
And yeah, that's my rant. There you go. If people, since I do videos about servants, power levels, and what, there's my rant about Nursery Rhyme. She probably will be overpowered in a Holy Grail lore because no one actually expects a book to be a servant, and they wouldn't know how to deal with her.
Yeah, and depends on what kind of things she can recreate,
It's like,
because there are a
there's a
lot.
creature that in the game you have to deal with. I don't remember, jackal. Um, I think it's also a monster in D&D. Um, but it's a monster that is basically unkillable and invulnerable unless you have the Vorpal Blade, because in the fairy tale it can only be killed by the Vorpal Blade. And a Vorpal Blade is just a Jabberwock. Um, that's the creature. Um, so yeah, like, she can do a lot of weird stuff. She can summon creatures. She can just create um, labyrinths and what. And then there's the funny part where she just can also turn into an eldritch abomination um, stuff, and they want me to make sad to be sad and whatnot. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Um, this one, I actually don't know how easy this one is going to be for you. This one might be a hard one because I don't know your knowledge of this character. Let's see. Let's see. Uh,
It can't be worse than nursery rhymes. Like an,
that's your fault. You're the one who threw your head into it. You
I
should have
know, I know.
you should have made more questions. Here you go. that. I love hearing you sigh of frustration.
This is. Ah,
Do you
I would.
know? Do you know the characters, the names,
Yeah,
all of them?
yeah, I believe so.
Uh, Give me a moment. Wait, I have to do something here. Okay, okay, moving on. Um, okay, so what do you think?
It's a really hard one. Although Atalanta, I would take out.
Okay, so
The other three are really complicated.
so you want me? So you want to take out Atlanta?
Yeah, I think that's not Atalanta.
Okay, I'll give you that one because so did you have an easier time? I did choose those names on purpose. The
I
free
believe
ones.
so.
The Atlanta one was because I was just like I can't find another name, so I'll just throw this in.
Yeah, I could see you do that. Yeah,
Uh,
because Cersei is a witch.
yes.
Medea was a queen.
No.
It was not a queen
She's
or a
also a
princess.
witch. She
She's
is
a
she
witch.
is a princess witch.
Ah, she was a princess. I know she was the royalty, and
She was
then
a
yeah,
princess who got um, forced to love the hero Jason, believed by Aphrodite, and she's a witch known for doing a lot of evil stuff, such as cutting
yeah,
her brother and father in million pieces and spreading them throughout the island, as well as
yeah,
murdering her children.
yeah.
Because Jason,
Aphrodite
yeah,
is the goddess, and Circe is the witch that turns into pigs.
yes,
So
they are all
that
Greek.
image, yeah, that's a problem. I only have backstory, novel, era, and class. I believe all them would be sorcerer class or something like that in Fate. So class is out of the question.
Hmm.
Era out of the question. They are all
From the
from
same era.
yeah,
They're all from the classical era.
yeah. Noble phantasm.
Okay, let me.
I don't think it can help me because I believe being both witches, Medea and Circe would have a similar kind of.
Well, but remember, Noble Phantom is about their legend specifically. So both of
So
them are
the
different people, so they have different legends.
so Circe would have to be, for instance, pig's head, and Medea would have, I don't know.
Murdering people.
Yeah.
Something, yes.
Mm,
Give me a moment.
what would Aphrodite use to be a noble fan?
I mean, probably something horny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe a female and a male kind of scepter or something like that. That
Noble
ancient
Phantoms are
Spurs.
not just weapons, they're also like crystallization of moments in their history.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
Maybe I
when you
want to
said,
search.
like, pigs, it's like, yes. Like, literally the crystallization of that concept.
Yeah,
So, you might want
but
to ask.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna use the novel phantasm.
Give me a moment, because I don't have it in my hand, and the site is trash. I have it here. Where is it? Where is the stupid Noble Phantom? Man, this site is garbage. Really, that I passed it. Should have it in hand. Why isn't? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Um, Stop. So her Noble Phantom is called Metabu Piglets.
Okay, then it's gonna be Cersei because a piglet is a small pig.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's Cersei.
So you think it's Cersei?
Yeah,
Um, yes, you are correct. It is Cersei. There you go.
that doesn't look like a witch at all.
Well, you have to remember that um, Greek witches are not medieval witches.
Yeah, I know.
Medieval during you have to remember during the medieval times, witches were heavily villainized
Yeah,
Before medieval times, witches were just shamans.
yeah.
You know,
But
shamans, oracles, all of that were witches.
we're witches. Yeah,
So the reason why you're saying it doesn't look like a witch is because you're probably thinking about medieval witches,
yeah,
cloaks, and black cat and whatnot. But
yeah,
no, okay. You have also to remember the Greek during the Greeks, you have a lot of divinity and gods and half gods,
yeah.
and so a witch would probably be closer to an oracle than an actual like medieval witch.
Yep.
So yeah, this is serious. Let's go on with the next one. This one will be fun. I'm hoping to see you basically rage. I'm just waiting for this to load.
If it's a really easy one, like a
I
Nero
man, I don't
or
know. I mean, I think it's easy if you know enough about it, but I don't know your knowledge.
oh, wait, it's the Starry Night is Van Gogh,
That final answer?
right? Wait. I forget that this game. I think so. Starry Night, the thing, the sunflower ones, they're all Van Gogh.
Hmm. The final answer?
But Van Gogh didn't use that kind of carb. Does she have two earlobes? Can tell.
Wait, what?
Uh,
What were you asking?
if she has earlobes, because Van Gogh cut off his earlobe.
Servants will be summoned at their peak.
Oh,
So if a so like servants' appearances are very like change a lot, so it's very difficult to say. But no, she does have her earlobes. She has her ears, but
okay.
probably if you summon Van Gogh, he would still have his ears.
Yeah, she has. Is he would have his ears. Although it would be without the lobe because that's the most.
Don't you're
Uh,
you're going too deep.
Okay. I'm going to
You're
deep. I'm
sinking too
gonna
deep.
say. Okay, I'm gonna go for Van Gogh because there are two pieces of art that are from made were made for were made by Van Gogh. So I'll go with Van Gogh.
Final answer.
Yeah, Van
Okay,
Gogh.
you are correct.
I know my art, people. I know my art.
That's why I said that like technically it's easy if you know.
Yeah, if you know the
If you
Starry
know
Starry
the
Night.
art, like
Yeah,
it's a very easy one. If you don't know that, it's like oh, oof, painter.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what do you
A
think
paint.
about the design? This servant has still not been released in the NA version of the game, so the English version still doesn't have this servant. But they are very well aware that it is coming um, very soon. And what do you think about the design? It is a she.
Really, I can tell. It looks like a really young boy.
In this picture, you can tell, but it is a she.
Okay. Uh, I believe it's well managed, and I think it shows a lot that that's Van Gogh with all the heart pieces, the
So this is a servant that's I because it's not been released in the English version. I still don't know like the full details of um, essentially the story. But this is one of those servants where how should I say it? The Van Gogh of Fate is male,
okay.
but this specific Van Gogh is not male. So there's a
Why did change? Why did
because
they change it?
basically there are elder gods. Think of it like Cthulhu and the like. They're basically Cthulhu and the like from Lovecraft stories, and they will choose specific people, normally people who painters and whatnot that have gone crazy. Thus, Van Gogh being picked.
Hmm.
There are other characters also being picked. Normally, they are in the arts department, and they have gone crazy at one point or not. And they basically become their hosts. But the problem that the Elder God had with Van Gogh, the specific Elder God had with Van Gogh, is that Van Gogh didn't want to become a host. And so
Oh,
if he summoned and so if the Elder God summoned Van Gogh, Van Gogh would just commit seppuku.
okay.
He would just
So,
end his life. And so he made a hybrid and basically made Van Gogh and mixed it with a goddess of like sunflowers or something, but that she is known for wanting to live.
okay.
And
So
so,
she,
uh,
the god traded the artistic aspect of Van Gogh and gave it will to live,
uh,
basically.
no, basically he just mixed two beings into one and made a really crazy person. Because you have the insanity of Van Gogh wanting to die, but you have the
And okay.
goddess aspect that doesn't want to die, and so she's like super mentally unstable. And this image doesn't show it, but there's another image I could have used that like super creepy. That's like she has this big grin and she's like bleached, just all white, no color, um, and it's she's one of those insane characters. It's not really shown here, again because I used the final ascension of every single character. But she's a very crazy character, at least that I have seen.
Okay.
Anyway, very good. You guessed it right. Moving
Okay.
on to the next one, because I do think we should probably start hurrying. Um, Here we go. Um, I don't know how easy this one will be for you. Maybe it will be easy. Maybe it won't. Who knows? You tell me. I wonder if you know the name.
Let's see. Hannibal, it's the serial murder one, or is there another one?
Hannibal is the general that invaded the Roman Empire through the mountains with elephants.
I don't know Iskandar
You
either.
don't know Hannibal?
I thought it was the serial murder one. There are
Wait,
a lot of Hannibals.
there is a very famous Hannibal in Roman Empire, in the Roman Empire history. He's as famous as Attila the Hun.
Nope, no he isn't. I know
He is.
Attila the
He is
Hun. I
one
don't
of
know
the most
Hannibal.
famous ones because he actually got like pretty deep in the Roman Empire.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong.
No, like it's really weird. You have pretty decent knowledge in some areas, but then you're like complete noob in others. Okay, but you
Yeah.
don't know Hannibal. Okay, so he's a general that very famous for having invaded the Roman Empire, and particularly passing through the Alps with elephants.
Okay. Iskandar.
Iskander. You don't know who Iskander is?
No.
Iskander is the Persian name of Alexander the Great.
That one is hard then. I think Julius Caesar will. It's kinda hard. Julius, it could be a Roman there too. Hmm. I really don't know this one. Damn. And the gender bender one doesn't help me here, so maybe the backstory one.
You want the
I'm gonna
back?
use the backstory one
You
to
want to use the
try and
backstory
guess.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
This man is very famous for having conquered a lot of land from Greece to India.
This.
There's only one. Please, you have to know who this person is. He conquered.
Iskandar.
Yes.
Iskandar. Because he's the only one that's in the area.
It's like
So
you don't know.
Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alexander the Great. You don't know that like the area he conquered.
I don't know specifically the area that he conquered. No, you want near Persian territory, but I don't know to how far.
It's not near Persian territory. He conquered the entire Persian territory. It's very different. And
It's
more.
close. It's close
It's
enough.
not close enough. He went overboard and conquered way too much.
Yeah, but I
But
just didn't know that his name was Iskandar. I thought
it's
it
the
was
Persian
just.
name.
Yeah, I thought
Because
it was
he
just.
was called Alexander the Great while he was a Greek. Once he became the king of Macedonia,
Yeah.
he basically adopted the name Iskander because that was the Persian name. Okay, here you go,
Okay.
another one.
Oh, I know this one.
So you do know this one.
Yeah. It's one of the few that I know because he's the main character in a lot of fate related merchandise, I guess.
Yes,
So it's
she
King.
is the poster boy.
Yeah, so King Arthur.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're correct.
This one I know. It's one of the few I know. I
Yeah.
know that there is a lady with black hair. I don't know her name, but I know she exists in Fate.
Hmm. Are you specific about the Tosaka one, the Tosaker?
I don't know those.
Does she have pigtails?
Yeah.
Then it is Tosaker.
Okay. I don't know their name. I just know that they exist in Fate. What they do, I don't know.
This one is me
So
testing your knowledge. Let's see. Let's see this one. Should be fun. We are, this is the 13th servant, so we still have 17 after this one.
13. Oh god.
Just have to think less and just say more.
Think less. Um, why they use almost all of them are the same? What the hell?
They're not all.
Ramses, Tutankhamun, they are all Egyptian. Like,
Careful, you're gonna get people angry if you say that. Not all of
okay.
them are Egyptian.
Yeah, I know that not all of them. Great part of them are Egyptian. Two of them are Egyptian. One of them is Persian, and another one is Greek, I believe. So, due to the garbs he has on, I'm gonna think about Tutankhamun or Ramses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which one of them? Because this game likes to change and depict things differently that in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, so I'm gonna think maybe Ramses the second.
Is that your final answer?
See, now you are gonna play with me because I don't really know between the two of them. So
Make
yeah,
a
Ramses
decision.
the second. Yeah, Ramses the
Ramses.
second.
Ramses
We
the
have
second.
to.
You are very, very, very correct.
Yeah,
Um,
Cyrus.
yes, it is
Ramses the second.
Ramses the second. Um, why do you say that? Like the game guy likes to throw the design around, and why did that make you say Ramses the second?
Because he looked younger than Tutankhamun,
Hmm.
which lived to his older years, and his prime, like you call it, was when he was older. And you say that Fate tends to go for a more uh, high end of their life,
Okay.
so that's why.
Okay. It was a good guess.
Yeah.
This one should be interesting.
Oh, this one is a gender bender without a doubt, so I'm not using that one.
None of the. You have no
Yeah,
female options here.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not. I didn't
So
even bother.
yeah, so that's kind of hard. Um,
Do you know all the names?
I know three names.
Which ones?
Francis Drake. He
Mm,
was not a pirate, but a corsair of the English.
that is a pirate. Corsairs are
Yeah,
pirates.
Yeah, but he was focused not on. He was paid from by the royal family, not from
That's
the loot.
that's still pirate. Like all of them were pirates.
Yeah, they are pirates, but Francis
They were
Drake.
basically paid pirates. They were basically
Yeah,
paid mercenaries,
yeah, a paid mercenary.
but they
I
were still
don't.
pirates officially.
Yeah, officially they renounced their home, so they could get paid by another. So let's think a little. Hmm. Edward Teach was a pirate. Was Blackbeard, right? The name of Blackbeard.
Yes,
Christopher Columbus was a discoverer from at the service of Spain, but he was Portuguese.
it wasn't
And
Portuguese.
Christopher Columbus wasn't Portuguese.
No, he came to Portugal first, and we told him no,
Oh, so we went to Spain. Okay,
and
okay,
then he went to Spain.
okay.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
basically it.
yeah. So Bartholomew Roberts. I don't remember Bartholomew Roberts is.
He is also a pirate.
Thanks for that.
He's famous for during the he was a pirate during the golden age of discovery, and he's famous for being very successful, having
So
boarded and looted around
yeah, so
400 ships.
I'm gonna say Bartholomew Roberts due to the lack of gear.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah,
You
I
have
don't
no
know.
questions. No questions. What questions
It's
do you
like
still have actually? You asked the geography. You asked the
I have,
Northland.
yeah, the three that I have are era,
Uh-huh.
class, and gender bender. Are the three
Oh
that
yeah,
I
none
have.
of these help you.
Yeah, they are all the same.
So like you blew them too early. Now you're kind of screwed.
Yeah,
I'll give you a bonus one. You can ask the background.
the background. Then
You
I will use it
okay?
if I can.
Um, this this person is very famous for being the first man to have to have circumvented the world in a single expedition.
Really?
Yeah,
This is Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus did not do that.
Wait,
Christopher Columbus was the first to discover the Americas.
Americas. Yeah,
The
right.
first one, technically. The Vikings did it first, but
Yeah,
the first individual with a name is
yeah.
Christopher Columbus.
The person to circumvent the globe.
Yes.
My nautical knowledge is not that good.
That's your problem. I already gave you a bonus, so I can't really help you
Yeah,
much. Do you
I
still go
guess
for
so.
Bartholomew?
Yeah, I think I go for Bartholomew.
Okay. You are unfortunately very wrong. It
Yeah,
is Francis
Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
Francis Drake was the first person to basically go around the world in a ship for the first time. That's actually his most famous act, and that's why he's remembered mostly. He was also a pirate under Queen.
Elizabeth.
Was it Elizabeth or
I
Victoria?
think so.
No, it was
Victor.
Elizabeth. It was Elizabeth. So yeah. Anyway, here we have some Oriental names. L.
You
Good
know
luck.
that I don't do. I'm gonna
Here's the
the
saying.
only.
Here's the saying. I will give you an easy path here. I know that you there. If you know the name, I will be shocked. So, but I'm almost certain that you at least know why they're famous. So if you can at least try and guess um, what they're famous for, I'll count it as you knowing.
The problem is I don't. I'm not seeing the. Yeah, that's why I remember Drake. He beat the unbeatable Armada, Spanish army. Yeah,
Yes, that too.
Armada. Yeah, that's what I meant when he was at the service of the English. So let me guess. He looks like an Chinese emperor
Uh huh.
due to the head thing, to the headpiece that he has.
Mm-hmm.
He has the feathers. I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of gardens. So I'm thinking the imperial city of China that was in. This is hard when you don't play the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play the game. Are you talking about the kingdoms?
Yeah,
No.
but
This
I
character
don't
is
remember.
unrelated to that.
It's unrelated.
Yes.
I'm gonna miss this one. I only know
This
one,
is a
and I don't.
very old person.
Confucius?
You're close.
I don't know any of the other
Confucius
names.
was not an emperor, he was a philosopher.
Yeah, it was a Chinese philosopher. I don't know. The Shi dynasty. I'm gonna thinking about the
This
Shi.
emperor is very famous for being anti-Confucius.
I'm only thinking about Wang Di
He's
because he's a Chi.
he's also very famous for drinking mercury.
Drinking mercury. Is
Yes.
he insane?
He was looking for the elixir of life.
And he thought that Quicksilver
And an
was.
alchemist gave him mercury because at the time they told him that would give him immortality.
Probably. I'm only thinking of the Qi dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
so I would go for Shi Wang Di. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly.
You are correct. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
because
I'm
yeah,
not
it's
gonna torture
the
you
Shi
here with this.
dynasty because
Uh, this guy is the first emperor of China.
the Qi dynasty. Yeah, it
He
was the
is the
first.
first one, like the first one. He's the one that started it.
Okay,
That is how old he is, because China is really old. Um, China has been broken down multiple times, but like it's still a very old place. And yes, he did drink mercury to death.
okay, seems like
Man, people back then did a lot of
yeah.
weird stuff. Um, China in particular had very weird costumes, culture aspects. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Um, I wonder what you're going to think about this one.
It's a lot. Uh,
A lot of stuff is happening.
yeah, yeah. Without a doubt, a lot of stuff, and it could be to 2 points due to the kind of game that goes for. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd go for Moriarty or Phantom of the Opera
Mm-hmm.
because they're very flamboyant,
Mm-hmm.
kind of uh, characters.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein, I believe, would be a little more grim, and Sherlock Holmes would be a lot less fluttery and less butterfly
Mm-hmm.
flying around.
Okay. So which one are you going?
I believe James Moriarty,
Oh,
due to the lack of.
sorry about that. You can continue.
Okay, I think that due to the lack of a mask, the Phantom of the Opera would be a little less focus on that, and maybe James Moriarty because he was the Emperor of Crime and he would like to be more. He's defined by both aspects, being a very flamboyant criminal
Mm-hmm.
and doing things that in his time would be like magic. So those butterflies go to that point. I don't know if I'm correct, but
So James
that's the
Moriarty.
yeah. I would go with James Moriarty.
Okay. Uh, you are correct.
Yeah,
Uh, there are the other images of him would be a bit too easy because there's a more emphasis not just on the butterflies but also on spider webs and spiders.
yeah.
So
In the connections.
which would give him a bit more, not only the connections but also give him more of a manipulator
Yeah,
type of
vibe.
personality. But yeah, you did quite well. I did put the Phantom of the Opera there on purpose because his without knowledge of fate, that is not that far off from what people might think of a Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on with the next one. Here you go. Have fun.
Mm, I don't think Achilles and Hannibal would be interpreted as that in art.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spartacus, maybe?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, because I don't know Caligula is.
Caligula is a very short-lived emperor
Okay.
before the Nero, and he's very famous because he was insane and he ordered his army to fight the sea, and
Yeah,
he
no, no, no.
made his one of his generals his horse.
I don't think Caligula would be wearing a mask and going by the fiery. If is the range and he fought the sea, would not be depicted as that in art, so I'm going with Spartacus.
Okay, you're right. You're
Yay!
correct. This image gives a lot more emphasis on like the combatant side of Spartacus.
Yeah,
The normal design of Spartacus is very weird. Let's put it that way. Very on the sadomasochistic, and his entire character is basically sadomasochistic. He gets stronger the more you hit him, literally.
okay, that seems weird for a
He's
game,
very
but okay.
kinky.
Yeah.
But Spartacus, man, that smile is so nice. He's amazing. He's very fun. Here you go. This one should be cool.
Oh god.
Have fun.
What's this? What the hell?
Don't you like bribes? Brides?
Is
Brides or
this
bribes? Hmm.
is this the kind of um, like nursery rhymes kind of dealio
What do you mean?
where Pandora, because Pandora is I believe she was a wife or something like that,
Pandora
and
is the first woman made by Hephaestus, the god of the forge in Greek, and she's very
yeah,
famous for opening the
the
box
Pandora's
that's
yeah the
called
Pandora's
Pandora's
box.
box.
Yeah, I don't
She's a
think.
every single character you have here is artificial.
Yeah. So, quick question:
Huh.
is this a gender bender?
Yes,
So Frankenstein's monster then,
you
due
are
to
correct. I
the
was wondering whether I should say yes or I don't know, because there is
yeah
the concept of Frankenstein's monster's bride,
yeah exactly
and goes more on that direction, although it's still the same story as Frankenstein's monster.
yeah
But I decided, you know what, I'm not really gonna go there. I'll be nice for
yeah
once. For once in my life, I will be nice to him instead of being mean.
yeah.
So there you go. Yes, they did do that. She's a fine character. She's cute, but yeah, they turned Frankenstein's monster into a girl. Which, to be honest, I think it's an improvement because I don't actually like Frankenstein monster. Anyway, here you go. Here's another one.
I, this seems like a sorceress.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like the style of Arthur, so I'm thinking maybe
Mm-hmm.
from the era of King Arthur. So I'm gonna ask you, what era was this character from? I really like when you do that.
Oh
I
God.
know why you like it when I do it.
Oh
because I
why?
like it when you do it.
Jesus, what era is that? That is a very long era. Uh, it's the Anglo-Saxon invasion era.
Morgan Le Fay,
Yes.
then, because Medea is classical, Semiramis usually the same, and King
I mean, you
Elizabeth.
kind of had it with the sorceress. I guess your only question was whether it was Medea
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Morgan.
Or Morgan, yeah.
So
And
yeah, I guess that makes sense that you would be like, is this Medea or Morgan? Okay,
yeah,
man, but
because they
that
are
is a difficult question to make about the era for
Morgan.
Morgan, because the
Yeah,
Arthurian legends are all over the place. So it's like
yeah.
it's difficult to point out because I could technically also say the Roman Empire era, and it wouldn't be wrong. So it's
Okay.
like it's a difficult way to say it. Yeah, not every era get its own special name. Here you go. Have fun with this one too. I think this one is easy, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's. Mm, a quick question: is Heracles Hercules?
Yes, Heracles is the Greek name. Hercules is the Roman name.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Heracles because of the blood rage, the Nemean lion. See, that's a lion with rage on its chest.
Yes, you are correct. I
Yeah,
kind of knew you were gonna get this one.
yeah,
This one is just a very obvious because of the lion in the middle, very big guy, muscly. Man,
yeah,
looks like Hercules. Um, okay, here we go. A bit more Asian for you. Let's see how you handle this one. You're probably not gonna know. I don't know. Maybe you do. I mean, you do watch anime, so maybe you do know who this is.
Oh no,
Don't you like foxes?
I do, but I don't know what that is.
You don't know who this is? Shame on you. Best waifu. So
I
fluffy.
will, yeah. I'm. It's so hard for me to guess that kind of way because I think I don't understand the Chinese or Japanese legends. So Tamamo no Mei seems a fluffy name.
What the fuck?
Tomoe Gonze doesn't sound it. Daji, weird. Himiko, it kind of looks like a Himiko too.
Final answer.
So uh, I don't know, but probably I don't know. I'm gonna go with Tamamo no Mei. My first guess since
It's Tamamo
Himiko.
no Mai,
Okay,
and you are
my
correct.
yay!
Man, I like how you just went. It sounds the most fluffy.
Yeah,
And I love how you
It-
then went to like Daji and you're like, eh. And Daji is the Chinese counterpart. So it's like, you got it. It's the nine-tailed demon fox from Naruto. Yes. Oh, next one's gonna be so much fun. L, you're gonna love the next one. You're gonna be like, what is this? Oh, I wanna hear your reaction to this. It's gonna be lovely. Come on. All right, the stream has a small delay,
yeah,
so I have to wait for you to
yeah.
reach you. Here we go. Prepare yourself. Behold the greatness.
Oh no, that's
Don't you like
this.
furries?
What the? Ah, he looks like that thing. She has an American flag.
An American
So
flag.
I'm really into capitalism because, well, we all know good old America.
Oh god.
It's the only way I'm thinking this through.
It will be fun explaining this one.
Yeah, I would love to see an explanation on what the fresh kind of way this is, because I'm gonna go with that. I don't think,
You're saying capitalism?
yeah,
You
because it
sure?
seems
Is that
so.
your final answer?
Yeah, I don't think Thomas Edison has a buff body, although Charles Babbage would not have a lion head, and George Washington, I guess not. He was a general. He would be more less bulky, more smart looking. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna with the idea capitalism.
Give me a moment. I will reveal the truth. Here. Behold. What do you have to say?
Really? Why? Where,
Okay,
what's
let
this
me
kind of fart? What the
let me
hell?
explain to you. So the lion head. Do you know how old movies have that lion roar?
Yeah.
That this lion head is that.
Oh god.
Yes.
They are going for that.
Yes.
That's
Look at what's in his back. Do you see that those two wheels? Those are
those are real. I thought those are mech kind of wings or something like
they
that.
look
What?
like that, but look at what's in the middle of the wings. Those are film. What's it called?
Yeah, those film discs,
Yeah,
the
the
old
film disc,
film.
the old film discs. So they went for. He's also have the light bulbs in his shoulders.
Okay, if you say so. They look like
Now,
little antennae,
as
but
for his body and what it is, so in Fate Grand Order, there is the concept of singularities, which is basically moments in history that are kind of disrupted and they're going against history of what really happened. And the main character's job is to go there and fix it. And in the particular singularity where this guy shows up, America is being invaded by the Irish, I think. Basically, it's an invasion of the Irish armies and whatnot during like the revolution. The not the revolution. I think the is it the revolution? I don't remember. This is the revolution or the independence war. But basically, the Irish are invading and they're massacring the Americans because the Irish are from myth, whereas the Americans are from normal humans. So they're just getting slaughtered. And Thomas Edison is a servant that shows up in that era to protect America. And he's an amalgamation of every single American president, past, present, and future. So there is a bit of Obama and Donald Trump in him.
that left a dry taste in my mouth.
It is a weird one, but
Yeah,
man, I love his interactions with Tesla. It is so funny. Um, okay, moving on. We are on 22, so 8 more servants to go. So we're
yeah,
getting there. Um,
yeah,
it's already been 2 hours.
yeah.
So here you go. Let's see. Um, this should be. I don't know your knowledge on this one. I think you know the character. I don't know if you know the name. Let's see. Let's see. Here you go.
Uh, okay, okay. With that kind of heart and the kind of way she's putting herself in, I would say Sherazad.
You know who Sherazad is?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm surprised. I actually expected you not to know it.
I
Yes,
believe it's Sherazad due to the vibe she's
You
Put
Sherazade is the storyteller of the a thousand.
Arabian Nights,
Yeah, the Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights. Yeah,
Yes, you are correct. It is indeed Sherazade. Um, she is very voluptuous. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Um,
At least she seems good to put a name to the image, out contrary of the Thomas Edison one. Them wolf in
don't
a
diss Edison, man. He's a good boy.
God.
Onwards to the next one. Let's see. Here we go. Have fun.
A crazy guy.
With tentacles.
Yeah. It could be Faust
Mm-hmm.
or Kill the Rains
Mm-hmm.
due to his, let's say, less than normal ways to find power. I don't know if who Kill the Rains is per se, but I
Gilda
believe he would
Reis
be.
is a knight that fought alongside Jeanne d'Arc. However, after she, got burned at the stake, he kind of went a bit crazy and started doing a lot of satanic rituals and killing a lot of children and doing a lot of shady stuff in his basement.
Yeah, but it is between Giles and Faust because Eldritch sell your soul to the Eldritch to get power. It kind of sounds nice. I'm gonna go with Faust here.
Is that your final answer?
Yes,
You are incorrect.
it kills, isn't it?
It kills. Faust is not even a servant in Fate.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. And the reason I'm
Yeah,
saying this is because his name is not going to show up again, so I can say it.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah, he's Gilda Reis. He's a very kuru character. Let's put it that way.
It's a weirdo, eh?
He's a weirdo. He has his favorite word is kuro, which is basically cool but Japanese because they can't pronounce the L, so they say kuru. The details. Anyway, here you go. My favorite. Is she my favorite? Yeah, that's. I wouldn't say my favorite servant, but she's a very old favorite. I guess I would be.
You told me about this.
I
I
did.
know that we talked about this,
I
and
did.
I think so.
Hmm.
And I would guess between Medusa and Medea
Hmm.
because Asila normally it's on water and she's not on water. Atlanta is a hunter and she doesn't seem like an hunter because where would she put her arrows and her bow?
Mm-hmm.
So Medusa or Medea. Would
Hmm.
fate put snakes on the hair of someone? Hmm.
Technically yes, but they would not look like the conventional snakes.
Then I'm gonna say that uh, this is Medusa due to the long hair, and maybe she has some powers I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you're correct. It is Medusa.
Yep.
There is also the snake tattoo in her forehead.
Is that a snake really?
It, if you think about like old art, it does look like a snake.
Ah, okay, like the kind of wow, that star system is the archer or something like that, and then that's 3,000 you go.
Because you have to
Well,
remember back then that they were not like the way that the art was done was a lot more crude than
different.
nowadays.
Yeah,
Nowadays you have a lot of time to make art, so like that's a
yeah,
very stylized snake. Um,
yep.
well, this one will be also a fun one. Things are getting a bit complicated here by the end.
What's this?
Good luck.
I'm gonna use. I guess I don't. You say there are only seven more.
There's this one and then four more, so there's five in
Five,
total.
and I have one question left.
I don't remember if you have.
Yeah, I have the class one.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I would not ask class in this one.
Yeah,
This
I
one is
figured.
like you will not get it anywhere.
Yeah, I figured. Um, this is so hard because she looks really, really close, like a Red Riding Hood.
I will say this: looks are very deceiving with this one. She looks adorable. She is normally not
Oh,
adorable.
don't tell me it's Elizabeth Bathory due to the blood baths and things, and she gets so young that she looks like
Is that your
a
final
little.
answer?
Yeah, probably. If you say that that looks deceiving, I'm gonna go with the most anesthetic kind of choice, like Elizabeth Bathory.
Um, you are correct. So Elizabeth Bathory's design, although I know some people didn't like it, I loved it for a very simple reason. Although she has a cute design, her personality is horrible. Not in Fate Grand Order. In Fate Grand Order, they kind of sanitize it and made it, let's say, commercialized. But like in the original story that she first debuted, she was horrible, like super toxic, super sadistic, like torturing people and whatnot. And the coolest part to me was that they really went down on the concept of she wanted to be young and beautiful, and now that she's a servant, she has it, but her personality is still the same. And that's kind of what they went with it, which is why she looks so cute, but she's not cute. Uh,
Yeah, if you didn't say anything, I would probably go with Red Riding Hood or something like that.
oh, she also has a dragon tail and horns, because vampire connections.
Uh,
You're
but
probably even more confused by that, but
yeah,
because
yeah.
Dracula means son of dragon.
See, yeah,
So there's a
that's
connection
not the
with this.
dragons.
Here's another one. Oh, I love this one. This one is like if you don't know who the guy is, like if you're not a Fate one, this image and the names on the side are like mind blowing.
Yeah, because it could be Ares, it could be Lucifer, Romulus. Don't think so.
You know who Romulus is?
Wasn't he the one that tried to help Atlas? No.
Romulus is the guy who started the Roman Empire. He is the
Oh,
founder of it. The guy, the one who started it.
yeah, this guy doesn't sound like the start of an empire guy.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go with the class one because I don't
Ooh,
really.
I'm not sure the class one will help you, but the class is uh,
Hmm,
Lancer.
Lancer. Then I would go with probably Ares,
Is that
God
your
of
final
War.
answer?
Leonidas. Would Leonidas be a Lancer too?
Yeah, he used shield and spear.
Yeah, but I don't know where Leonidas would get a pair of wings. Lucifer, I don't believe it's a devil here. So yeah, I think it's Ares.
Okay. You are not correct.
Okay,
It is
which
Romulus.
really?
Remember when I told you back with Tesla that fate really godifies the
Yeah,
people that
the
start stuff?
yeah
Like the fact that
is
Romulus
the
is the guy that
start
started the
empire.
Roman Empire, which is the biggest empire in human history, made him godlike. Which is why he has this appearance that like he almost looks like a god.
Yeah, that's why I
Um,
was too.
But you're not like completely off because Aries, he is connected to Aries because his basic Aries Mars is um, his dad. So you're not completely off, but you are off by one
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
This one should be easy if you know the hat. So,
If I know the hat.
oh, you will
Okay.
see the hat. The hat is too big not to see. Yeah, I have to, right? Because the stream has a delay.
Delay.
Here you go.
Oh, it's Bonaparte.
You sure?
Yeah, that hat is huge in comparison. I would
Is
think
that the
it would
final
be.
answer?
I think so. I don't see where it could be anyone else with that kind of huge na 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 kind of
You are correct. It is
yeah,
indeed Napoleon
Bonaparte.
Bonaparte. He even has the cannon because he was very
Yeah,
Napoleon was very famous for his artillery.
yeah,
Um, this is second to final. So with the
yeah.
this next one, there's only two left, and this is probably the hardest one in the entire list. This is the hardest one. So good
Hardest one.
luck,
So I'm gonna go blind and gonna choose Attila.
because I said it's the hardest.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Charlemagne is known for having a rainbow sword.
Really?
Yes.
Is really Charlemagne?
But Charlemagne's sword is known for being belonging. Wait, hold on, let me rephrase this. But Charlemagne's sword came from someone else before him.
And it was Attila, probably.
And Attila's sword came from a god.
Yeah, that's why I think it's maybe Attila's.
Maybe I should have been silent and not said it was the hardest, because that kind of ruined it.
Yeah,
But I was just having so
yeah.
much internal fun just thinking about it. But unfortunately, I kind of ruined it. This
Yeah.
is one of those characters that when it was first revealed, I really hated it. Because um, for me, Attila the Hun is like Age of Empires
Yeah,
from
Attila
that
the Hun.
campaign, which was my favorite, one of my favorites. And so when I saw this design, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what have they done with my boy? What have they done with my boy? And I was like, oh,
Attila,
God.
my boy.
And
How could I do this to my
it
boy?
was horrible. But I have over time come around with the character. Um, there's a very long story, and I'm not going to go it because it literally would take me hours to explain. But there is a reason why she's no. There's no reason why she's female. There's just a reason why she. No, there's no reason. It's just fan service. Anyway, here's the last
Uh,
one. This is the last one.
okay, though, then I'm gonna use my last one and ask for the class.
You already asked the class.
I already asked the class.
You asked with the Romulus.
Oh, right. I don't have any more then. Then I'm gonna say. He has a lot of treasures. I don't think Columbus would do. I think Bartholomew was passed. Maybe Edward Teach.
You want? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, due to the beard. Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense. Blackbeard.
yeah.
You are correct. It is indeed
Yay.
Edward Teach. Um, Edward Teach in the game is very famous and infamous. He's one of the people love to hate him, or they hate to love him. I don't know. He's a character that no one likes, but everyone loves
Okay.
because he's
It's
a
that kind of.
degenerate.
Yeah,
He basically is a weeb. Do you know what a weeb is?
yeah. It's a person like you.
Fuck off. What is this? I feel offended. That's a personal attack. But he's basically a weeb. He uses like internet slang and whatnot. Like he's like super degenerate. Um, but it makes sense because it's Blackbeard, and Blackbeard is very famous for being a degenerate and having horrible behavior.
True.
But he's basically an otaku, and that's
Okay.
it. Um, Look at all the see he's full of pirated stuff.
Yeah, gold and the like. I saw it. That's why I see it too. Because all
So
the gold and
yes,
like that.
you did it. Um, that was all of them. Hooray! Um,
I didn't do that bad. I thought we'd do a lot worse than I did.
I was not counting how many you failed. I think you failed around three.
Yeah, probably two
Yeah,
or three. Yeah,
three. You failed a bit more at the end because you blew all your chances right in the beginning,
yeah.
like a noob. You always save them for last.
No, because I don't know, and I know you think that you know. I think so. You could probably do the harder first and the easy ones at the end.
I never do that. Yes, I do.
So I guess I tried to.
And I technically left the worst one for last, but I betrayed myself and went too prematurely on it.
Yeah, if you didn't say anything, it would be a lot harder to do.
But yeah, I mean, you did pretty good. I did, mind you, I did avoid using non-European
Yeah.
identities because if I use the Japanese and Chinese ones,
Or
oh boy,
it would be, yeah, it
it's
would
like
be a
half the
murder.
cast. So
Yeah,
it's like Fate has a lot of European and a lot of Asians. Makes sense. Asian because Fate is at the end of the day Japanese property, and the European is mostly because well, the Holy Grail is Christ and all
yeah,
that. So there's
European. Yeah,
a big connection, especially with the Arthurian legends. There's this map that people basically did where they basically put the heads of each servant in their respective countries to kind of see the nationality that Fate has.
yeah,
And England is like, Jesus. There's so many of them. Just because of the Arthurian legends, because you got all the knights, you got all the wizards, you got all the villains, you got all the King Arthurs. It's like, Jesus.
yeah,
Just fills the entire screen. It's really funny. But you did pretty well. That was pretty good. Um,
yeah.
are you gonna play Fate?
No,
Why not?
because I have a lot of other games to play, and I do other stuff. So no.
Okay, okay. I mean, I don't blame you. Wait, this is not what I wanted to do. Let me do this. There we go. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Fate is hell. You know,
Yeah.
there is it. Fate is hell. There. Did you know that meme?
No.
There is an internal meme in the Fate community, in the Fate Grand Order community, where basically we are all self-aware that Fate Grand Order is hell, and we all tell the new people, "Don't get in. It's hell." It is a self. Everyone who plays Fate Grand Order knows that it is hell because it's
Yeah.
a gacha game. Gacha games are pretty
Yeah.
bad for your wallet.
Yeah, and good to know that Gem liked the definition of weeb.
What?
That Gem really liked the definition, my definition of weeb.
I don't like it.
I like it. I think it was hilarious.
Anyway, that was a fun little stream. Went much longer than I thought.
Yeah,
2 hours and 15 minutes.
yeah,
That was pretty long. But to be honest, I had a good fun.
yeah.
Just
It
seeing
was.
your reactions and seeing your reactions to the ridiculousness of Fate. Fate is
Yeah.
very ridiculous. Never
True.
take Fate serious. That's one thing I learned over time.
And
But
remember,
Huh.
Robin Hood.
Oh, come on. Why are you ending on that note? Now I can't unsee it. You know what?
I know.
Next time, I'm just going to make a bulge edition. Where every single servant is going to have a bulge.
Bulge.
And I'm just going to, like, you're not even going to see the faces. You're going to have to identify them based on the bulge. And
No, I don't
gonna be
think-
the stream.
No, I don't think
Ugh.
that will be very appealing.
Oh, no, people will love it.
No.
You will not, but people will love
Yeah,
it.
I don't think so.
Anyway, I think that will be. Well, I'll stop the stream for now. We've been doing this. I don't think it's hell. Well, you need to be checked then. You're delusional. It is hell. Wait, you're a free to player. You don't count. Uh, free to players don't count. Uh, the people who are not free to play know that it's hell. Um, anyway, well, I'll stop here. This has been going a bit longer than expected. I'm sure Al also has stuff to do. Um,
Yes, I
because
do.
he only joined this thinking it was being 1 hour, and I
Yeah.
clearly lied to him. Don't tell, but he doesn't mind that I lied to him.
Well.
You don't. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this here. So thank you all for watching. Um, till next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
There you go. You had your bye bye.